Jackson 100, can they do it here today? Ricky Thornton Jr. in his first Jackson 100 of his career. Tim McCready on the outside. Here they come into turn 4. We are underway in Brownstown, Indiana. Down the back straightaway, it's Mason Ziegler with the lead. He currently leads the Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year chase out of turn 4. The JL Industries Rocket leads at Brownstown. Josh Richards runs in second, Tim McCready in third, Ricky Thornton Jr. fourth, Davenport fifth, Jameson sixth. Jameson again the runner-up here, as we've already got damage on one car. Don O'Neill, damage on the left front of the number 5 car. And that may cause some issues here. Will that stay on? But Don O'Neill, and you see the nose piece there, the left side nose piece is ripped back on the Clint Boyer number 5 for the 4-time Jackson 100 winner. Right now, Ziegler out in front, Richards still second, McCready third, and it's Thornton and Don O'Neill running back there behind Jason Jameson in the 12th car. 4 in the books here in the Jackson 100. Mason Ziegler looking good, the JL Industries Pro Power Rocket Chassis, looking for his second career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. 18 different winners this year. He would make number 19. McCready now took a peek on the bottom of Richards. McCready, he's been a victory lane here at Brownstown before in this Jackson 100, and they battle it at turn number 1. McCready on the bottom, Richards is side by side at a 2. Down the back straightaway. They hit it at turn number 3. Ziegler still in front, as we have 10 of the books coming up, 90 to go. Meanwhile, side by side on the bottom, McCready at the line, and Tim McCready goes to second place. Ricky Thornton Jr. in third, or fourth rather. Davenport runs at fifth. Don O'Neill still left flapping in the left front. Down the back straightaway. Now at turn number 4, your leader continues to be Ziegler, as McCready and Richards gate on him into turn number 2 now. Everybody's still running. And now we got a car slowing in turn number 3. Rick Heckenast Jr. off the track of the 99 Junior. And he's going to go to the pit area. Heckenast out of the Jackson 100. 12 in the books. Ziegler on a turn number 2, McCready. And now Ricky Thornton Jr. in on Josh Richards. Here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. against something for Hudson O'Neill now. And now Thornton getting a bite at the bottom on a turn number 4. The battle for third right here. Richards and Thornton into turn number 1. Davenport gaining on him at 49. Meanwhile, down the back straightaway, Allen Mack in the first car to go a lap down. Heckenast the first car out of the race. Down the main straightaway, Ziegler running wild, but McCready in the middle line now. And a side-by-side battle for third. Ricky Thornton Jr. and Josh Richards side-by-side down the back straightaway for third place. And lecture points leader at 5th. That is going to be Jonathan Davenport. 175 the lead over Richards heading into this race. Right now, Jimmy Owens is 5th in points. Now McCready for the lead down the back straightaway. Tim McCready on the bottom at 39. Horns up for 39 down the main straightaway and at the line by a nose Ziegler. 15 in the books. Good battle at Brownstown. Ziegler and McCready down the back straightaway. Thornton Jr. is 3rd. Davenport is going to 4th. Richards is 5th. Don O'Neill is 6th. Jameson 7th. Bronson 8th. Bloomquist up to 9th. And a battle for 10th between Flanagan and Colton Burnett. Down the back straightaway. Now McCready goes to the outside, and McCready takes the lead. Ziegler battles back. Out at turn number 4, down the main straightaway. Tim McCready is out in front in the Jackson 100. Takes the lead on lap 16. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. now. Ricky Thornton Jr. to the middle line out of turn number 4. That's for second. Davenport remains at 4th. Richards is 5th. 21 in the books at Brownstown. We've gone green so far all the way. Now Thornton will start to pressure. Now we got to car off the track in turn number 4, and it's Dennis Herb Jr. He spins to a stop, and the caution is out. Caution is out of the track. As we come out of turn number 4, T-Mac will lead him in the line back underway at Brownstown for the Jackson 100. Rewind almost. Ziegler at the bottom, Davenport down the back straightaway. They're side by side, wheel to wheel for second into 3. And here comes Don O'Neill on the bottom of Richards. And Don O'Neill and Josh Richards side by side. Bloomquist on the bottom in the 0. Oh, baby. Thornton down the back straightaway. Ricky still has fourth, and it's Richards down and down. Here comes Lanning at a 3-wide. Pearson on the move. Here comes Bobby Pierce from the back. Earl Pearson Jr. and Bobby Pierce from the back making it in the top 10. Holy cow, down the back straightaway. Earl Pearson Jr. and Bobby Pierce on the bottom. Pierce on the bottom, what's going on? He has come from farther back. Oh, upside up front. That just opens the door for Earl Pearson Jr. Pearson Jr. up to 6th. Down the back straightaway. Pearson started 18th, by the way. Here comes Bobby Pierce. He'll follow. Bobby Pierce from 19th to 7th. Another Pearson and Pierce run here today. 26 in the books. Chamberlain goes to the pit area. Right now it's Tim McCready out in front. Jonathan Davenport second. Mason Ziegler runs in third. Ricky Thornton Jr. is fourth. Now Pearson for 5th. Earl Pearson Jr. to 5th. He started 18th. Bobby Pierce follows him. Bobby Pierce started in the next row behind him. He started at 19th down the back straightaway. Pierce going for the 6th. It's still McCready with the lead. Davenport, Ziegler solid, and Thornton is good there. Earl Pearson Jr. up to 5th. Bobby Pierce to 6th on the bottom. 7th is Donaldale. 8th is Darrell Lanigan. And Bloomquist is dropping back. He has lost several spots since the restart. And right now that bottom top still working in the 1. Pearson and Pierce try to gain on Ricky Thornton Jr. The battle down the back straightaway. Working lap 30 out of 4. It's still McCready with the lead. Davenport, Ziegler. 30 in the book, still 70 to go at Brownstown. In the Jackson 100. Pearson started 18th. Up to 5th. Bobby Pierce started 19th. Now on the bottom, here comes Pearson at the bottom on Ricky Thornton Jr. into 1. Pretty soon the top 6-7 is going to be on the same straightaway. Right now, Pearson digging. Here comes Pierce right behind him. Out at turn 4, Earl Pearson Jr. on the move. He'll take another spot. Pierce right on him. Earl Pearson Jr. and Bobby Pierce putting on a show down the back straightaway from 18th to 19th. And Michael Chilton goes pit side. There's Pearson. Pierce right on him. Thornton to the outside of the 1. 33 in the books here at Brownstown. It's McCready, Davenport, Ziegler, and a torrid battle right there between 4th, 5th, and 6th. Earl Pearson Jr., Bobby Pierce right on him, and Bobby Pierce up another spot at 32. Now JD to the bottom now. McCready still married to the top right now. 34 in the books. Make it 35 for 39. Davenport on the bottom now. Down the back straightaway. Ziegler trying to catch him, but it's Pearson and Pierce. Thornton there. Donaldale. Nick Hoffman now on the move in the number 2 car. Nick Hoffman is in the number 2 car. Into turn number 1. McCready into some traffic now to turn number 2. Jason Jamison, last year's runner-up. Friday night's fast qualifying jeopardy of going a lap down. 37 in the books at Brownstown. For Tim McCready looking for his second win. So is JD here in the Jackson 100. Ziegler, Pearson, Pierce, the remaining top 5 in the 1 in the 32 car. Gaining down the back straightaway. Now McCready in heavy lap traffic. Dennis Herb Jr. and Jason Jamison in front of him. Into turn number 1. Davenport to close the gap into turn number 2 now. Davenport on the bottom down the back straightaway. Ziegler solid at 3rd as well. Working lap 39 into 3. Out of 4. McCready right in the middle. Into 1. Here comes Davenport. Here comes Ziegler into 1. Pearson and Pierce gaining as well. Down the back straightaway. Jason Jamison, your fast qualifier, goes a lap down. In car number 12. McCready now working on Dennis Herb Jr. and Greg Satterley. 40 in the books. 40 in the books now. Now the battle for second. Davenport and Ziegler down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Pearson and Pierce trying to catch him. Heavy traffic for your leader. McCready right in the middle of the racetrack into turn 1. Davenport, Ziegler trying to catch him now. As he'll go around Kyle Bronson as Tim McCready down the back straightaway. So now there's 3 lap cars between 1st and 2nd and 3rd. Meanwhile at turn number 4. McCready into 1. 42 in the books. Now they're running 3 wide behind him almost as Davenport and Ziegler, good battle for second, and a good battle behind them between Pearson and Pierce. Down the main straightaway. Jonathan Davenport came into the race 175 ahead of Josh Richards. Right now, Richards just inside the top 10 right now. It's still McCready, Davenport, Ziegler, Pearson, Pierce, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Jason Jamison in turn number 2. .43 in the books. 43 in the books, I believe. McCready still leads. Clear traffic now, a clear racetrack. 4-year leader out of turn number 4 for the 44-year-old out of Watertown, New York. Here we go. Pearson to the outside now. Pearson out. Here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. down the back straightaway. They have a run on JD into turn number 3. Pierce on the bottom. Bobby Pierce on the bottom out of turn number 4. They're side by side behind your first and second place cars. Pierce goes to third. He has never won at Brownstown Speedway as Bobby Pierce. As I said earlier, his father, the Hall of Famer, Bob Pierce, won 16 times. They're trying to go 3 wide for second out of 4. Davenport trying to hold him up. Pierce on the bottom into 1. Bobby Pierce on the bottom out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide, almost. Almost, and Bobby Pierce goes to second. Are you kidding me? Bobby Pierce from 19th to 2nd. How many times have we seen it? This year down the back straightaway. Pearson 4th. Battle for 5th. Don O'Neill, Ricky Thornton Jr. Here comes Nick Hoffman at 2 and Darrell Lanigan. Meanwhile, it's still Tim McCready showing the way into 1. 3 shy of the halfway mark. Bobby Pierce trying to catch him out at 2. Here comes the Dunn-Vincent Fort Campbell University 32 and a 3. Tim McCready, the Sweeteners plus Longhorn right now. Pierce slides in front of JD down the main straightaway. Battle for second. Thornton to the top. Here comes Don O'Neill. Here comes his teammate Darrell Lanigan, Nick Hoffman. Ken Robinson as well in the 7R car. Down the back straightaway, K-Rob, a great run at the North-South 100 till the very end. Right now, the battle for second continues into 1, 2 by 3. Oh my goodness. Great race. Down the back straightaway, McCready still leads. Halfway coming up, 50 down, 50 to go into 39th. Jackson 100, Tim McCready, your leader. Bobby Pierce, 19th to 2nd. JD runs in 3rd. Pearson 4th, Thornton 5th, and it's Don O'Neill, Lanigan, Hoffman, Burnett, and Kent Robinson. And Bloomquist pitted on that last caution, trying to make up some time now. But right now, that battle for second continues off at turn 4 between Bobby Pierce and JD in the 1. They're trying to gain on your leader down the back straightaway. JD on the outside, Pierce by a car length to the 3. Pearson has dropped now back to the 4th. Earl Pearson Jr. now on the top for EPJ in the 1. Now Pierce making up time on the bottom now. And we got a car spinning at turn 4. Devin Gilpin spins, and the caution is out. Caution is out of the track for Devin Gilpin. And Jamison as well. 52 in the books. Here they come on the restart. Tim McCready will lead him in line. T-Mac into 1. Pierce on the bottom. Bobby Pierce on the bottom in 32. What a way to win your first ever race at Brownstown down the back straightaway by winning the Jackson 100. He closes into turn 3. Here they come out of turn 4. Bobby Pierce on the bottom for the lead down the main straightaway. McCready by half a car lead. Out of turn number 2. McCready, Pierce, Davenport. And 3 cars pulling away with the rest of the field. Ricky Thornton Jr. still 4th. Then it's Pearson, and then it's Darrell Lanigan working his way up through there. Lanigan started 14th, bidding for a top 5 right now. Meanwhile, all eyes up front down the back straightaway. I mentioned how many times Pearson started 22nd or worse. He only started 19th, was maybe it's close to the front. He's been on a start of a race in a long time, but right now bidding for the lead out of 2.
What about Nick Hoffman, James? Nick Hoffman is up to the 5th spot. Well, not quite to the 5th spot, but battling for Earl for the 5th spot.
Right in here they come out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. McCready up to the top. Pierce on the bottom, Davenport in the middle. Davenport out of the top. Ricky Thornton Jr. on the weather side by side behind him between Pearson and Nick Hoffman. And now Scott James is on the move. Here comes the Silver Shark, the 83 car down the back straightaway. But all eyes up front for the lead at Brownstown. Tim McCready, Bobby Pierce, and Jonathan Davenport into 1. 57 in the books, 43 to go down the back straightaway. and McCready, a former winner of the Jackson 100 in 2008. Bobby Pierce trying to win it for the first time. JD won it a few years back now. 3 cars pull away down the back straightaway for the lead in the Jackson 100. 58 score. Now Bobby Pierce, that terrific run last week at Knoxville. Briefly took the lead from Jimmy Owens, jumped the cushion. Owens got it back, led the rest of the way for the victory. Right now, Pierce digging on that bottom. McCready still to the top. 4th is still Thornton. 5th is Pearson. 6th is Landing. And the caution is out. Josh Richards, your pole sitter, brings out the caution. He'll go to the pits. We'll go Green and Owens and Satterley's got it, or Jamison is down there as well. Here we go, back Green. Owens will come back out. Still on the lead lap, 59 in the books. Davenport to the outside, down the back straightaway for the lead. Jonathan Davenport on the outside of the 3. Pierce on the bottom. Here they come out of turn 4. We may have a new leader down the straightaway. They're side by side, and Davenport takes the lead. Jonathan Davenport down the back straightaway. McCready. Now Pierce all over him. Pearson back on in 4th. 5th is Thornton. 6th is now Lanigan. As they come out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. Pierce for 2nd down the straightaway. They're even at the line. 61 in the books. Davenport out at 2 now. Pierce trying to get around McCready. Pierce may be just a little bit faster. McCready, that restart has cost him maybe 2 spots. Bobby Pierce on the bottom, and Pierce goes to 2nd. He was in 2nd. He was dropped back to 3rd briefly. Now McCready battles back to the outside. They go side by side down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Lanigan trying to make the top work. Pearson at 4th. Battle for 5th. Thornton and Lanigan. Out at turn 4, McCready still up to the top. They're even in the 1. 63 in the books here tonight. Jonathan Davenport, your leader. Side by side, McCready, Pierce into 3. Out at turn number 4, the Lance Landers Longhorn leading the Dimension Ford Tamil University Rocket of the Sweetness plus Longhorn horns up 1st and 3rd. McCready working the outside now. Pearson still 4th, and it's Lanigan, Thornton, Hoffman, Scott James, and Don O'Neill battling it out inside the top 10. Davenport started in 6th down the back straightaway. Our 3rd different leader of this race. Still a battle. Bloomquist slows on the main straightaway. And Scott Bloomquist off the pace in the 0 car, and the caution is out. Caution is out for the 0. Green 5 in the 0. Gotta be there, ready to go. Green is back out. Here we go. O'Neill back out. Here comes the 0. Bloomquist back out as well. We're underway again in the Jackson 100. Lot of track to make up, and now Bobby Pierce on the bottom for the lead on Davenport. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. JD still leads. Jonathan Davenport, the winner here in 2015. McCready, the winner here in 2008. Battle of the 1. JD still leading. 67 in the books here tonight. A late afternoon in South Central Indiana, and right now, Jonathan Davenport, the 3rd different leader of the race, hits into 1. Bobby Pierce digging on the bottom. McCready. Lanigan is up to 4th. Darrell Lanigan has never won the Jackson 100. He has won the Dirt Late Model Dream. He has won the Dirt Track World Championship, and right now, Darrell Lanigan on the move. Here comes Darrell Lanigan and that Clint Boyer 14 on the move down the main straightaway. Darrell Lanigan now trying to catch the top 3 rather. Kent Robinson, a good run for Kent Robinson now. And now Richards from the back. Josh Richards from the back at car number 1. He's trying to move into the top 6 out at turn 4 side by side with Ricky Thornton Jr. Richards on the move. Meanwhile, Jonathan Davenport leading. It's a Longhorn, a Rocket, and a Longhorn at the top. And we got a spin at turn number 2, and the caution is back out. Caution is back out, O'Neill. Hey, get the biggest win of his career for the defending Eldora track champion. Here they come out of turn number 4. Great restart for Robinson on the outside of Lanigan. K-Rob on the middle now. Here comes Kent Robinson down the back straightaway, and Kent Robinson goes to 4th. Pierce for the lead. Pierce on the bottom. JD in the middle. Out at turn 4. Will we have another new leader down the straightaway? Davenport still leads. Pierce on the bottom. McCready, Robinson, Pearson, Lanigan now back to fifth. Bobby Pierce not letting JD get away. They'll have 20 to go on the Jackson 100 for $20,000. Now to turn four, they're side by side at the line. At the car link. JD and Owen. Pierce digging hard on the bottom. Houston making the cushion down the back straightaway. Bobby Pierce for the lead. Side by side with Jonathan Davenport at turn number four. Down the main straightaway. And Bobby Pierce. And he takes the lead. Bobby Pierce takes the lead. Now Davenport back on the outside. Down the back straightaway. Pierce by half a car length. Bobby Pierce from 19th to the lead at Brownstown, Indiana. He'll lead another lap. 26 to go in 01 at Andy. A classic at Brownstown. Bobby Pierce and Jonathan Davenport down the back straightaway. Pierce by a car length into three. McCready third, Robinson fourth, fifth is Lanigan. And look out, we get a car over the bank. Scott James out of the race in 83. The Silver Shark, who had a good run going, out of the race. Meanwhile, the battle up front continues down the back straightaway. Pierce by half a car length. 25 to go in this race. Out at turn four, a Rocket and Longhorn duel in and out at Brownstown. 21-year-old Bobby Pierce, 34-year-old Jonathan Davenport. Out at turn number two, Davenport has a run, and Davenport will retake the lead briefly. Here they come out at turn number four. Who will Davenport go back out in front down the main straightaway at the line? And JD goes back to the lead. 23 to go. Down the back straightaway. Bobby Pierce battles back. On the bottom. Here they come out of four. JD's got it rolling on that momentum. Pierce trying to stay stuck to the bottom. Into turn one, 22 to go. McCready still third, trying to catch him. Robinson fourth. Meanwhile, JD pulls out about a car length and a half into three. Here they come out of four. Pierce on that bottom, trying to avoid those tires into turn number one. Now Davenport runs down low. Down the back straightaway, Bobby Pierce downhill, throttle it into three. They'll have 20 to go coming up for Jonathan Davenport. And Bobby Pierce out of turn four down the main straightaway. 20 to go, 80 in the books. McCready is still third, Robinson fourth, Lanigan is fifth. Sixth is Thornton, seventh is Pearson, eighth is Owens, ninth is Richards, 10th is Nick Hoffman. Bobby Pierce trying to get enough, trying to see if there's enough moisture down there. They go into one. He's right there. 19 to go. Down the back straightaway. Pierce has another run. Here comes Pierce on the bottom. And we got a wreck at turn four, and the caution is back out. Caution is back out. In the Jackson 100. $20,000 on the line as they come out of turn number four. The green is back out. Now McCready on the outside. Here comes Tim McCready down the back straightaway, down the outside of Pierce. Robinson and Lanigan are side by side. Out at turn number four, can McCready get going again as he did early in the race down the main straightaway? Turn number two down the back straightaway. JD pulls away about 3 car lengths over to Bobby Pierce into turn number three now. It takes Pierce a couple laps to get going now. Bobby trying to hug that bottom out at turn four. Is there enough there? Bobby Pierce turns it hard to the left into turn number two. McCready to the outside into turn three. Lanigan now fourth. Robinson fifth. Jimmy Owens up to sixth from the back. Down the main straightaway, Davenport has that momentum into one. Looking for his 10th Lucas Oil Late Monitored Series victory of the season. Out at turn number two. McCready takes a peek on the outside. Out at turn four. 15 laps to go at Brownstown. JD looking good right now. He's opened up that lead after the caution. Bobby Pierce trying to fight back. Out at turn number two. Down the back straightaway. Jimmy Owens now, he pitted on lap 59, trying to make him in for the top five. He's fifth of the points. Owens on the bottom now, Robinson, they battle into one. Good comeback for Owens. He may need a caution here if he's got a shot to win this race. Out at turn number four, down the main straightaway, 13 to go in the Jackson 100 now. Now Bobby Pierce tries to move up a lane into one. Lanigan on the outside now trying to get it going. Darrell Lanigan trying to catch the top three. Down the back straightaway, Owens. Owens in the back to fifth. As they go into turn number three, battle side by side with Robinson. Davenport continues to show the way into one. Davenport's car not as good on the bottom. He's trying to protect him now. Alan Magner for the Pierce is closing into turn number 1. 6 to go. Pierce is closed. Down the back straightaway behind the track provisional. Alan Magner into turn number 3. Alan Magner right there. Now Davenport has to get out of that bottom line out of turn number 4. Bobby Pierce digging hard. Down the straightaway. 5 to go into 1. Now Pierce has got to get around Magner now. He's got to get around him down. He makes quick work of him. And Bobby Pierce makes quick work of Alan Magner. Here comes Pierce on the bottom. 4 to go into 1. Even that time around, though. Down the back straightaway. Davenport, Pierce gets the run into 3. Davenport trying to hang on out at turn number 4. Down the straightaway. 3 to go in the Jackson 100. Into 1. Pierce now right there. He's a car length back into 1. 0.2 of a second quicker that time around. Down the back straightaway to turn 3. Pierce digging on the bottom. Davenport not that hot out of 4. Bobby Pierce on the bottom. Here he comes on the bottom. 2 to go. 2 to go. Pierce is even into 1. Bobby Pierce on the bottom. Davenport still leading. McCready third. Jimmy Owens up to 4th. There goes Pierce on the bottom. Into 3. Davenport trying to shut the door. They bump. Pierce on the bottom. Down the straightaway. Pierce takes the lead on the white flag lap. Bobby Pierce the final lap. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Davenport. They're side by side. Can Pierce do it? Can Pierce do it? Out of 4, they're side by side at the line. Bobby Pierce does it. Are you serious? Victory lane here this afternoon in a classic Jackson 100. The smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, does it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here comes Pierce.
Oh man. Out of all the places to win a big race at this year, I didn't think it'd come here. Man, the focus it takes to run here, you know, it's so slick here, and even if JD won, I think I'd still be pretty pumped. You know, that was so fun. He ran a heck of a race, and so did T-Mac. We all raced each other clean. Oh man, it's a lot of feelings right now, and it's been a long year getting these wins. You know, we've been so close so many times, and to finally get it, you know, it's just, I mean, this is our 3rd one of the year, but our first big one after we've been so close. Just can't thank all these sponsors enough. My family and crew, friends, fans, everyone that helps us out. Thank you.
You followed earlier from the going. He started on the outside of the row in front of you. You started he started 18th. You started 19th. You basically fought him up through there to the end of the side of the top 5 early on in this race.
Yeah, and I got to give most of the credit of this race to my dad and Danny making a call, and I didn't think it'd work, but it did. So, man, whew.
No doubt about it.
Jackson 100, baby. I think I did win a kid mod race here, though, one time.
You might have won a kid mod race. Let's talk about those last few laps. That last caution, though, JD looked like he was going to pull away from you a little bit. It was tough staying with him there for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And I didn't think we'd be able to stick with him, but the long runs, I was almost better, so worked out. I don't know how it did. I can't wait to watch the race.
I tell you what, he got down there 2 to go, and he tried to shut the door on you. You had the momentum on there. You got to get a little bit down there, but good, hard racing.
Definitely. I'm going to go tell him congrats. Racing me clean. That was a lot of fun.
A year of heartbreak. You've led at I-80. You led the Dirt Million. You briefly led last week. You finally got to victory lane at Brownstown Speedway. Your dad raced here for many, many years, and you finally got that Jackson 100 win for the Pierce family.
Oh, feels good. I'm kind of speechless, honestly.
All right, man. Let's thank all your great sponsors, Bobby. We got to. Can't forget those folks.
Campbell University, All Gary Incorporated, Hooker Trucking, Premier Waste, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Carnegie Towing, Burgers Marina, Pro Power, Advanced Suspension, Show and Field Headers, Queen City Appraisal, KB Carbs, Rocket. Just big thanks to everybody. Air Plus, and man, I don't know.
This race has been around 39 years, all the great names, Bloomquist, Purvis, Moyer, Boggs, they've all won the race. Now you can add Bobby Pierce's name to the trophy.
It feels good. It feels really good. And big thanks to everybody. Like I said, I can't wait to go back and watch that race. I just, I
got a little excited, to say the least.
I got pretty excited too, James.
All right, buddy. Congratulations. Bobby Pierce, your winner.
And good job, Huddy. I think Dustin Jarrett's scared for his job.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, we'll talk to second and third here. Jonathan Davenport, Tim McCready, second and third. Let's give those two a big round of applause. Both led this race. You're smiling, a good points race, but I tell you what, that young guy, he is worth the price of admission, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's good. I mean, they always say, things come back around. He gave me $53,000 back earlier in the year, so, he done a hell of a job. I didn't give it to him for sure. I knew I was in trouble on that last takeoff because I went down the front straightaway and I just didn't feel any grip in my rear tires. So I think I let them cool off a little too much. They look a little shined up, but from where we started the weekend, we started seventh in our heat, so we come to the front. And man, just hats off to my crew. They've been really working hard. We've been off a little bit here lately, but I think we're heading in the right direction. You can see, McCready was also really good. But just got to thank Nutrient Ag Solutions for sure. Steve Martin, Lance Landers, everybody watching back home, say hello to them. And of course, Spartan Mowers, ASC Warranty, Mega Plumbing, Bryson Motorsports, Hoosier Tire, Penske Shocks, just everybody that helps us on this thing. Got to thank, Tyler, Kevin, Jason, Nick with Penske. Just everybody makes this possible. Thanks to all these fans coming out, man. It's been a hell of a weekend. I was about ready to give up on it, but hey, what a damn Sunday race. I tell you what.
What a race. It was a great race, wasn't it?
It really was, especially, where I was at, and then we got around McCready there. I'd say if McCready might have won it if he didn't try to block him, on that one restart, and then we got to run around the outside. But I don't know. Pierce was awful good, but congratulate them. I know they've had a lot of bad luck this year, so it was definitely their time.
We'll see you in Dixie and Rome next week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Your current Lucas Oil points leader, Jonathan Davenport, second in the Jackson 100. Tim McCready. Timmy, you had a good car. I mean, a really good car here tonight. What a race. What a race there at the end. You saw those two guys right in front of you, man. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I should have probably stayed where I was at. It's, you see 30 laps of somebody pointing you down every lap. It just screws with your mind a little bit. And like I said, I doubt I could have held either of them off, but I probably had a better shot staying where I was at than trying to get in the infield. But congrats to Bobby and Jonathan, and we're happy to be competitive. Like I said, it's hard. We're doing it harder than anybody that travels in the pit area, and at least we're up here having fun.
All right, man, great job. Tim McCready, how about that third place here tonight?